If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, be sure to check out today's sponsor RL.Exchange. They support all platforms, and offer a wide selection of Rocket League items to choose from, and have multiple payment options. Be sure to use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
40, you know, that kind of area. But either way, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully Optic feel well enough to put on a good show and don't have to fight for major contention. But AJ gets tied up on the post at the start of this one, and he cannot make a save here. This is tough.
If you're feeling ill, you're struggling, the last thing you want to do is give away a goal 13 seconds in. And that's exactly Split themselves. So that pass from Magic Bear was perhaps a little bit wayward. His teammates were rotating back and he's tried to pump it forward. But Complexity, CRR, finds Razeball, then gets the bump as well. And it ends up being Razeball's goal.
Man, I didn't think CRR was going to be able to get this. I thought he'd be disappointed since that touch. I thought he was trying to get it to come straight down.
Regarding is the love of flip resets, but you know, when Razeball first became a name that everybody talked about, he was the one who was going for a flip reset every single time. But there's so much more than that. It's passing plays as well. Complexity starting off so strong in this series.
A gap found here from AJG. Magic Bear, I don't think he expected that clear to come off so clean. He was playing.
What changed right there? But I mean, Rocket League can change even within one series, and Optic were not on the races in this first game. They'll have to be much better over here on Aquadome in game number 2, but there's already flip resets coming in. It's beautiful attack, and it's 1-0 again to Complexity.
This is such a well-timed approach. Razeball doing a great job to delay that touch, let him get closer, buy more real estate over on
He got a huge dunk in the first game, but other than that, he's been quiet. Magic Bear, who came into such a claim and showed what he was capable of mechanically, he's barely been involved as well, whereas Complexity, a couple of passes, and they are slicing right through them.
Oh, is that why CRR played the dominance today? So he can just get these redirects and hit it as hard as he can? 82 miles an hour.
Using a flip reset. And now we've just got one incisive pass, which we had in the first game as well. Complexity are just mixing up their approach every time. They're through now with a dribble. Surely this is going to be in, and it is. Huge from Complexity.
Oh, did AJ get tied up? Did he see AJG behind the ball and not think CRR? I'll never know, but I can't see any world where, you know, AJ just gets beat to the outside like that without seeing CRR coming.
I mean, what we definitely do know, Chiefs, is that is now, well, it was 6 unanswered goals for Complexity right there until Optic Gaming just creak open a door that was beginning to look like it was shut.
Oh, Magic Bear. Hey, Complexity. It's a solid look right now. It's nothing special. It's just the testers, and they get caught again.
I love the fact that after this goal, AJG's car just stopped. It plonked down. I always love doing that when I'm playing Rocket League myself.
Is a lot to ask if you're not feeling maybe 100%.
But then that's where you want to play just your most solid game, right? Clean rotations, clean 50-50s, try and get in your opponent's face. Don't let them do this. CRR, he threatened one of these earlier. This one he wasn't missing.
Is that the move? I mean, just have CRR go challenge your ball. How much people are willing to try and manipulate the timing on a lot of challenges, because they know if we're through, we're in good shape. AJ cannot go through. AJG denies CRR. Magic Bear's going to come through, drop the hammer. Optic finally out in front.
That is the shot in the arm that this series needs. AJ was the man to provide it. CRR almost got it free, then he almost got the block.
It's good. If you're Optic, you don't want to let off the gas pedal and say, okay, let's try and turtle up, because you saw how the last 2 games went. It's not going to go well.
Oh, hang about though. Razeball's onto the back foot, but AJ with a massive save. What a game he's had. And he clears the ball to his teammate Magic Bear as well. Here, is this going to be Optic's foothold back into the game? AJ catches. He swallows a few more seconds. CRR right wide to AJG. It's a great pass, but it's read by Rettles. AJ wants to kill this one. Actually forces the own goal, and it's going to be the game for Optic, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, CRR kind of forced to try and take this one to the corner, and AJ, I'm not sure if he actually...
He's starting to believe it. Are you starting to after that last game?
So there's a part of me that says, okay, there's hope. But here's the problem. You have to go right back out there in a fresh 5-minute set, and you got to hold the same level of control, and it didn't happen. 30 seconds straight. Complexity boxing Optic back into their own half, and finally a small gap on the left side. CRR going to get AJ anywhere you can on the ball. Sometimes, you know, Just feed the hot hand. See what he can do for you. He might score this one. The beautiful bounce shot. RazeBull makes a hero's effort. Magic Bear again going to come through and deliver the follow-up. What a play from AJ. Good grief.
I'm so glad that went in, so we got to see that setup from AJ again. But credit to Magic Bear
to now execute, and those mix-ups in the approach, I think, are a good idea for Complexity. You may catch Optic leaning. Magic Bear tries to set up his third man, and here comes AJ and AJG. He gets all twisted up on the goal line, can't figure out where he needs to be.
Optic had to turn it around after going behind, and they've managed to do just that. AJG here, as he pointed out, achieves the backflip. Did not serve him well at all. I guess him. Complexity are too far forward. There's no pass. There's no way to use the momentum. And the attack, at least for now, comes to nothing. But maybe that changes this time again. CRR's too close.
Whoa!
Both Optic players miss it. RazeBull finishes it. And it is 2-2.
A bunch of misdirection. You know, CRR with the pre-jump earlier can't connect. This time around, they regain possession. That should be a free ball. I mean, Optic, they're looking for every opportunity to take somebody off the ball and get themselves possession. Doesn't matter how awkward it seems to go for. Magic Bear trying to close one down, and RazeBull is an absolute beast on the goal line.
How was he read that? That was the I agree with you. They want to end it here, but they first have to defend the Complexity. Good save, good recovery. Optic coming forwards again. Magic Bear this time. He's pumped it forward. Brettles going for the bump. No one's gone for the ball! And Magic Bear puts it away, and we are going to have game 5.
What a touch from Magic Bear. CRR realizes he can't get to it, and Rettles knows. He goes, don't touch it.
Now, the reverse sweep is on. Achieves. Optic Gaming looked down and out. They looked like a team that had nothing about them in the first couple of games. We do find ourselves here on Champions Field. Oh my goodness, an absolute wonder goal though from Complexity.
Pinpoint here. RazeBull to AJG high on the wall, and this is so tough to read if you're Rettles. Honestly, he makes the right play. He has it look like he has no idea how to shoot. And sometimes it's just not fair. Magic Bear one-on-one off the wall. Here comes Rettles. He's got to score it, but he actually doesn't have a good line. It's Magic Bear again with the bump, and Optic's going to tie it up. How do you keep finding people in position when it feels like the drive stalls out?
Yeah, Optic guys, there was a demo from AJG on an Optic player, but it just didn't work for him.
Now you feel like you can't lose. They gave you an opening. You've got to be able to run with it. Weak touch from CRR. Rettles rightly leaving it for Magic Bear. Hoping for AJ. Down across to Magic Bear. They're going to close it out. Optic Gaming indeed pull the miracle off.
Optic, where were you those first 2 games? Where was this version of you? Anyway, we're a minute into this game and not too much has happened so far. All we've been doing is admiring the G2 decals, Canadian or otherwise. And I'd say that represents a decent start for NRG, especially with Garrett G. Oh, actually, it was a steal from Garrett G. It was Justin, wasn't it, who got that touch?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Justin.
Okay, so Chicago, he just lost the race. I mean, I thought
Chicago was comfortable when G2 were coming forwards.
Yeah, but they really are inviting G2 to press. It doesn't feel like they're taking the most proactive line of defense here. Even Squishy gives up a free shot. I mean, he has a chance to turn in. Look at him. He's going to cut across the field right there, and he's going to cut left and just give that one up completely. I don't know if he could have actually made it, but
Garrett takes another touch. But NRG, it's like they've slowed down so much since conceding.
Wow, and Squishy doesn't get up for that one either. Lets Atomic come back, and that's into the middle. There's no way Garrett G can keep him out. Chicago swarming with G2. There's blood in the water. Here they come again.
Blood in the water, but no boost in the tanks of NRG. Justin was completely stranded in the goal line there, trying to...
Oh, man, it's tough for NRG. Now you realize, okay, we can't just sit back here and hope we're going to win a challenge on our half and get a counterattack going, because it's not happening. Atomic drops another one in.
I'm just astounded. I mean, maybe I'm doing a disservice to NRG right now. G2 have stepped up as well, and when Atomic has to avoid a bump as well, just had this creature following him, trying to speed him up. It's a good touch from Justin. Squishy's in. His first touch, almost enough to let him bundle the ball in. Garrett G off the crossbar, slams it home. NRG 2-3.
Oddly enough, I feel like Squishy's approach here, since it's definitely not optimal, actually plays in NRG's favor, because I mean, Atomic's expecting, so they all kind of got caught diving, and that gave Garrett G a small line to come through, give himself an opening here with 10 seconds. NRG, what you got?
Ooh, Garrett weaves it past a couple of them. Atomic, he's got the boost. It's going to be sneaking in from Justin. NRG complete the comeback.
How can you never put these guys away? How does Garrett G bob and weave through 2 defenders
He scores on the crossbar. Anyway, calm down, everyone. It's overtime.
Boy, overtime out of nowhere. I mean, it doesn't really feel like... Oh, he's got him on skates. Oh, my goodness. Chicago's going to close it out. He says, yeah. You tied it up. Cool. Let's move on where we win, where we know we should have.
Yeah, that was definitely a statement of we shouldn't even be in this overtime. This should be... It's honestly my favorite day in the RLCS, day one. I just love seeing all of these results come in, and then it boils down to those last couple of series in the Faze. But for now, we're focusing here. Atomic starting off like he started off the first game.
Oh, he's so good. I mean, great lead from Chicago. Give him anything on the wall, and he'll make something happen. And look at how he needed the help, but the ball, just where it got placed, it was just unscorable. Atomic with a bouncer combined. I think Chicago just cleared that ball. Does he score? You're joking. He's gonna steal he's gonna save his teammate's goal, and then he's gonna get a couple of bumps and demos from his teammates, and he's gonna score?
So in the same series, we've seen
because they know they can score?
They know.
Like, they're on one, man. Like, how do you stop it?
I mean, this is looking a lot more like the G2 that we come to expect. Look how fast they are. The passes are inch perfect. Atomic involved yet again, but it's Chicago with the finish. Look at this touch here from Atomic, sorry. There. Oh, so quick.
And it's all from that.
Teammates like, wow, great decision to steal my goal. Wow, well done. As you guys can probably tell listening on, we're talking as if this second game is dead. And I think, frankly, I mean, it's double, triple dead now as Atomic sinks the fourth. But it seemed pretty dead since about 2-0 to me.
Man, that's a tight seam, too. I mean, Squishy's literal pixels away from denying
this. Great demo from him. So hopefully for NRG, Chicago won't be able to do too much damage as he rotates out, but that's a lovely passing attempt from JNaps. It's met by Chicago. More defending.
Oh, no!
Finally, how did that go in?
So it tips off Atomic, and it actually goes into the nose of, I think, Squishy? And it goes in the top corner.
He said that this is a Squish stage. I mean, there's nothing to lose right now. It is a 1-1. So it's not an elimination game. It's not a qualification game either. It's just one of those ones where you got to get the job done. And that's what Beast Mode's doing early here.
I mean, if you have Beast Mode on your team, you can always be confident you got something. Even this first touch there, sliding his way into that boost, picking it up, and then putting away his moves that he's interweaving. Not quite to be, but brilliant defending there from version 1. A team that are so comfortable just swallowing up pressure like this, but that is a double commit, and they have thrown one away, and amazingly, they've given away an easy goal.
Just not the best clear coming in here, which is interesting. We talk up Beast Mode, but it just clears it straight downfield. You have to get it whenever you're on series point, match point, you're thinking, righto, you know, we just need to win one more, and then you start playing a little bit more defensive. You go away from what you know, but Com's not trying to do that right now. Comes out, bang, gets it in behind the defender. V1. This could be a great start here.
Rotterdam is in their eyes, it's in their mind, and it's also in the wheels. I may well be, CJ. No, basically, I don't know if you were watching, when Faze were 3-1 down in Game 5, I said, oh, no, because they equalised really late and then win the overtime. And 5 seconds left, they did it. But we're on to this game now, and he's a pretty good player himself.
I don't think he's that bad at the game called Rocket League, to be honest. Great backboard touch, though. Torment sitting in net. No one on the backboard right now. It's less about who's got the boost and more about who's got the pressure. Torment's trying to bail the boys out. Kyo pushes forward. Huge dunk coming out from Kong. Going to relieve a little bit of pressure. Infield pass. This is a beautiful shot. Beast Mode puts it away. What a transition out of defense here from V1.
Yeah, Kong has had a really good series. He's somebody who can go a little bit shaky at times.
Look at the bumps coming out as well. Card basically in V1's net at this point, Cole. They just need a goal. The misses are coming out. The defense is getting tested. Perhaps a double touch opportunity, but again, Torment making the save. Furia, they're keeping so much pressure.
And done.
The one thing about V1, it doesn't matter how long you've been in attack for, how many shots you have versus them. You give a guy like Beast Mode one opportunity, and that could be it right now. Comet goes in again. Gets the winner here 2 minutes into overtime. Furia tied up.
A huge sigh of relief surely comes in the comms of Furia. If you're quiet, you can just about hit.
Neck game, and I spoke about at the start of game number 2 as well. It's those game 2s, Cole. You're in a BO5. You've got to start strong, and you can't afford to do that with Com missing it. Kyo gets the shot. The bump was there. The pressure on the backball, Cole, but it was all too much there coming out.
It all started with the weakest, cutest little pinch that I think Kyo has ever done.
The bumps are coming out as well. They're bringing out all the stops. They're looking for the demos, not just trying to go the individual solo plays. They're willing, Cole, to push someone downfield and take that extra risk. And have a look at the one-time shot off the deck from Card. Bang, 2-0.
Card has had enough of these version 1 saves. He's just like, let me at it, smash it in.
Almost creep forward, lead net. The shot came straight in, and here we are again. I mean, all I'm seeing is blue right now in the field, because it's always in V1's end, and the shot comes out. Yan, perhaps flip reset. Oh, top beats as well. Stop it, Yan.
Yan, the beautiful, the wonderful. Onto the backboard. Oh, the flip reset. Into the top corner. I love flip resets off the back.
Coming out so much easier right now than when it is in V1's defense. So Furia, they're structuring up there. They're setting up a lot stronger, and Torment, he's just under so much pain here in the defense goal. He's got no boost to work with, gets the save, but it's all but no avail here coming out. Furia get their 4th goal, if you don't mind, ladies. Just matching up so well against this lineup. I mean, Torment's in net, the boy that you want in net making the saves, but he's just looking a little bit awkward doing it. And B-Mode again, Torment, he's flying around. The bump will come out. The 5th goal on the board.
Look how much work Card does as well. Not just the pre-flip, not just over the top of one, and then having the wherewithal to then bump Torment out the way to make Jan's job. I mean, you get the flying in all over the place. Reminder that you can go and watch all of these series going on. They'll all have their own team streams, and it's well worth doing so. If there's a team that you particularly care about, we're going to be whizzing around all of these games today, right here on this broadcast, as we see version 1 take a much-needed lead in game number 4.
Perfect response here, and Com again, he's been the player this series to a bit of a bump as well, but perfect start here. Game number 4 coming out. I guess you just had to do my maths there. This is game number 4. Very smart from me, thank you. And Torment again should get an open opportunity. The save almost comes out, but Torment does lock one in. V1 instant response here, Cole. How many times does this happen? We talk up a team, how well they're playing, how little they're spending on defense. They arguably have more on the line in this series in terms of, I understand that if they win this, it doesn't mean much right now, but they are still playing for that 5th spot or even that 4th spot. A whiff coming out. Kaio gets the open opportunity. We talk about pressure, the mental side of things. You just feel like Com is hitting that every day of the week. Perhaps Cole, they're thinking in the back of their mind.
Threatened to pull away, and they've made it difficult for themselves. Like hands in the corner, faking out Torment. Their best defender's out, so Com is going to have to stand tall unless Beast Mode gets a huge challenge win and sticks it himself. Beast Mode out of nothing restores the 2-goal lead.
Oh, B-Mode, stop it from the corner, off the ceiling, gets the 2nd flip, and this is placement.
Stay patient, keep on going. Furia, to their credit, managed to hold version 1 back at least for now. Another challenge comes in from Card. Com has Torment in front of him. Can the redirect be had by Torment? It's a little bit wide towards Beast Mode. And version 1 do have their lead. It's been coming. 1-0 V1.
Look at the placement right now. B-Mode just rotates out straight to mid-boost, back to Com, and it's going to be Torment, the playmaker.
Down the corner, the same way Beast Mode did on Utopia. Kaio is up. Com's up as well. Kaio almost beats Com, but Com just knew exactly where Kaio was putting that. Look how stretched V1 are in defense. So Card gets it on target, almost as wide. Falls to Kaio. The equalizer is there. 1s and 0s at the top of your screen. It's 1-1.
It felt like a chess match. Fortunately enough, at V1, they were playing checkers in defense. They weren't quite ready for that, the boost control, and they're starting to break through this V1 defense.
Which version of version 1 versus Furia are we going to see for the remaining
20
seconds? You never expect that against V1. A free goal falls to Furia.
No. The double commit coming out. The hesitation. B-Mode tries to drop it down to Com, who called him off it, but B-Mode, he just committed for it. He said, well, and again, Mist just gets it. He gets a fingernail onto the cheese. Now it's down the other way. Garrett doesn't get bumped, just avoids it. Huge play, 5 seconds. We should be getting overtime unless the net's open. This should be open. NRJ wants it.
First killer is too far forward. They catch him leaning. Oh, he really thought he does the Cardinal offensive sin. He has a teammate in the corner.
So an opportunity gone begging there for NRG, but having said that, they're under pressure. I'm not sure how that ball's gone left, but NRG lives to fight. Garrett's getting bumped again. Last man, can he make another save? No. First killer puts it away. Garrett, how many times can we... He's left on an island here at Teams by himself. Someone help him out.
And he gets denied the corner boost as well.
Great touch. And just defensively right now, they're just getting the touches they need. They're helping each other out. I know the NRG right now, they're looking to press, but Faze Clan, they've got all the answers.
Oh, and missed a little misdirection. How do you handle it? Justin gets tied up on the wall. What a shot.
I like that misdirection. I like that. And that's
really
pretty
good
good from
reason
you.
for it. You don't have to be too worried about, NRG hitting the pop-off goal on you. Wait, what? Did he just not have boost?
I think he just wasn't expecting the bounce shot. I was going to say ground pinch, but I think it was just more a bounce shot coming out here from this.
Yeah, he got
little bit of the ground pinch. And Justin, I think, was expecting... It's 1 point. It doesn't matter how you do it. This looks a lot more convincing than NRG's game number 1. However, still all tied up after this.
Still actually pretty surprised. Oh, wait, what?
Now, wait a second. What is happening here? Let's get a little slow-mo action replay here. I believe
that's the last time he touched it?
He just... the problem is, I feel like when NRG get through, the last player you want is missed on the other side because he just locks it in and there's a gap in the rotation, a gap in the structure there. NRG fall apart. And I believe Justin was baited out here. Squishy sitting under the ball.
He turned back to the corner.
I think just expecting an instant challenge.
Man, and it's like, oh, why was he not back in time? And the thing about it is he was. Like, he had the boost, and then he turned back towards the right corner as that one gets popped into the lower right-hand side. Typical finds the back shoulder. Faze up 2 now.
Yeah, I just think Garrett, they're sort of
in overtime.
Oh,
so they're qualified.
Hey, there we go.
I mean, at least Optic set it up, though. I mean, that's the main thing.
That's something.
They've set up 4 reverse sweeps now. They've been successful in 50%. So is it still a good strategy? Don't know.
I think they've learned it's not the best strategy.
Wow. And Squishy and Garrett, they're both playing near post defense. They're not really in a bad spot, but I mean, it's just the way that Typical just jumped all the way out in front past the first killer. Yeah, score it again.
This is beautiful. They're coming out for it. This is a 4-man pass play. That is disrespectful. The Chiefs coming out back to Typical. He started the play. He's going to finish it.
Be camped back there saying good luck.
It's frustrating when you're on your side of NRG in this situation. You're trying to score Faze Clan. They're so, although not giving an inch, but there's an opportunity. Squishy fakes out the defense. 1 minute on the clock. Getting one back achieves. Maybe a bit of momentum.
Maybe. At least it's stopping the bleeding. As first
have the ability to be able to force that pressure and get that boost control because Faze Clan just look too good right now.
Well, right now, I mean, the problem is they're getting absolutely clobbered on the challenge game. Like, that was like 6 in a row that just NRG could not get a handle on. Typical with a nice solid pop, and finally, they're...
I think... I feel like the problem, right now that I'm seeing with NRG is that it's not that they've lost the individual ability. Even Garrett said, what a touch, what a handoff here. We'll get back to NRG in a moment. I need to break down this goal here. First killer gets the 1, gets the 2 touch over the pop of Garrett, and Typical's ready for that. That's the difference. The only saving grace right now for NRG is that round 5, surely they're not on the mainstream. Maybe the pressure's off them here at Jeeves and they can get the dub, but again, look, it's just an open F. Typical gets his. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Sitting in front of the play, redirect onto the backboard, and then gets what an angle coming out on there. It's Typical. He's well in terms of, I love saying just the eye test, putting the stats aside and just looking at visually how they're looking on the field. I'm just not seeing that ability to, it's just awkward here as Squishy gets a touchdown. First killer puts it away, just falls into his lap, bounces off his head here. NRG is a little bit in shambles. Squishy sort of prevented brilliant play, but we're not seeing that on the offensive side.
I think you're right though, because a lot of NRG's bread and butter was in that offensive ability to you say flick the ball around. I always kind of read it as it's beat the next man, beat the next man, beat the next man, and they always understood.
They want the wall to just get out of the way, so then they get an opportunity. But right now, it's anywhere in the world, particularly in this North American style, they just the defense is so strong. A little bit of help coming out. The defense is so strong right now across the regions. They're going to lock it down. As we said, FaZe are only giving up goals when they need to score. But when they don't, the NRG cannot find a way through.
But AJG's got it under wraps.
Oh, almost as well, yeah. We spoke about him in the in the pre-show right now. Doing bits here. Kai might be able to cut this one back. Racebull's in all sorts. The bump comes out. Kaio, we're looking for Yan, but it's the veteran, the old boy on the block, Kaio, opening it up. And what a little assist there from Yan, but Kaio does the rest.
Oh, man. Actually, I thought Ripple's come out. He does have to settle in from what I can tell.
And I think right now as well, Furia, they just look confident. We spoke about the mental side of the game. Kaio again, they're just, there's something about they're playing their brothers. There's a rivalry here, but it seems like Furia just have the mental edge, the upper hand early. And look at the physicality
of things. And I did like the patience that they showed because they saw the double commit. They're like, okay, we have time. Let's make sure we get a nice, easy pass to handle in the midfield. And unfortunately, the second shot couldn't get it done. Kaio says here, this one's not off the bar. The lead extends.
One opportunity from Complexity, but it's straight down the other end. And Kaio, I mean, he's doing, maybe doesn't matter who you play. Scoring a goal feels good. So maybe that's why the freestylers do their thing. But anyway, here we are in this game here. Cut off the ceiling, gets a double touch. Can he finish off? Bang! Ceiling reset, backboard double. 4-0. This has been utter dominance from Furia.
Hello, King Card. So clean up to the ceiling towards the back. It was
early on, but now Card might be kicking things off. Or kicking things back off where they left off in game number 1. But, I mean, we spoke about starting well for NRG last series. Complexity need to be starting well at Cheese, but when the King's putting them away, it's not ideal for the boys in blue.
This is a hot one to handle, too. I mean, a lot of these touches going straight off shots coming at you with force and verve. And the delayed blip reset. RLCS pulls him out of the fire. HAG supports RLCS. Complexity fends off a tough sequence. Just kidding. No, they don't.
They're not. They live to fight another day, but it was actually another 4 seconds there in the defense. CRR just didn't really try to sort of pushing forward. And it's looking so dangerous when they're sort of beating one out, but there's no cover from Complexity. Whereas down the other end, we saw CRR create some opportunities. Car passes it back to Kaio, who almost buries it. Yan, can he put it away? RLCS, great save. Furia again, can't double touch, follow up. Yan, maybe a double. He's got no boost. Complexity saved the day. We speak about, it's all well and good to be defending and choose, but, at some point you need to be in front if you want to win Rocket. Here we go, RLCS pass.
We go.
Great play, infield. Card can't reach it. What a nice pass play there. Great opportunity.
100% conversion for Complexity so far. They finally get one on target, and it's it. The tightest absolute smackdown you've ever seen. I guess absolute smackdown's not right. If it was an absolute smackdown, the scoreline would be like 6-1. But they will make it 3-1. Yanks will close it out. Definitely caught Complexity trying to shove forward there. You really can't blame them. And you do have an opportunity to actually tie this one up, but Yanks just won that so straight.
I guess the win condition right now is the counter-attack game. If Furia are going to be so aggressive, you have to capitalize on perhaps a little bit too much here as Yan.
Well, there you go.
It is, open opportunity. RLCS, Yan pushed up too hard. Counter-attack opportunity. Get rid of that last guy, Chiefs, and get the goal.
Double demo, RLCS gets one in the midfield, turns right around.
As I said, but it needs to be, I guess, a level of overconfidence offensively from Furia that Complexity can capitalize. Almost what we saw with Faze Clan in game 1. Bump comes out. Kaio's not going to be able to get it. The team bump. What? The miscommunication coming out from Furia.
It definitely seems like a little bit of overconfidence. I think the plan... Card, I think, was trying to...
I want to say it'd be rude to say they're a bad smell. That's just the powerhouse that they are. They're always going to be around, aren't they?
Oh, no. Did they just catch Yanks with a floater?
I think they did, but this is a nice little lob shot coming in from RLCS. Puts it over the top.
They got 2 boosts. Hey, man, you want to take a big risk like that? Be my guest.
It feels like the midfield game has just shifted. There was so much control coming out from the side of Furia, but a beat in the corner means Complexity get their second on the board, and they're just using this momentum achieves and running
what a touch! CR is so good.
How do they respond with this momentum?
It's all in the clear game for Complexity, and now it's like I think you kind of just have to. Oh wait, what?
Wait a
second. I feel like there were 2 Complexity players here and just nobody did anything. So there's CRR on the wall. Has to.
Both craps. RLCS pushing up.
No one likes that situation, and currently Complexity making it as difficult as possible, doing a great job finding a lot of small gaps in the sequence, and they're gonna score!
What? That, ladies and gentlemen, spells to me Champions Field off the corner. That, you know what, that felt like if they're bluffing right now on the offense, but Complexity right now, they're not really doing that. They're looking pretty strong.
They're definitely setting themselves up to hit.
Oh, there it is!
Comes through, and CRR will collect 2 bumps, in fact. Card left all on his lonesome here in the corner as Kaio says goodbye. Actually, no, he just got taken out of the play, but...
Space Station do clinch if Complexity win here, so there's more than just these two on the line, but right now, this is all about these two teams. A minute 30 on the clock, Yam, what can he do? Flick over the top, there's the open net! Surely Card puts it away, the King equalizes, 1:30 on the clock, and geez, we got a ball game.
You can't miss that one. Nice trap from Yanks. Throws AJG in the blender. Says, what am I going to do?
Card comes out. The demo does come out, but seems like Furia is going to be okay with that one. Yan's last man. He gets beat out. Could be an open net. AJG goes bang, puts it away. Complexity regain the lead here on Champions Field.
Demo pays dividends because it forces Card to dive in the midfield. He can't just kind of pass
the other way, the bump, 10 seconds on the clock. What can we do here? The team bumping each other. Furia trying to keep their hopes and dreams alive. Lose this throughout. 1 second on the clock. Backboard. The King to Kaya. Saved out by AJG. Complexity move on. Furia have been eliminated from major contention.